Disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, or security advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making any financial decisions. Crypto investments carry risks, including loss of capital.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Definitely. Always ready to explore what's happening in the crypto world.
Well, strap in, because today we're going deep on XRP.
XRP, the one that's been, pretty lively lately.
Lively is one word for it. We've got a mountain of articles to dig through. Barrons, CoinDesk, some serious market analysis reports, the whole shebang.
Oh, nice. We're talking the big picture then, not just, the day-to-day Twitter buzz.
Exactly. What's making XRP swing like crazy, what the experts are predicting, and frankly, what you need to know to navigate this whole thing.
Navigating is the right word. It's a wild ride out there.
You said it. And get this, some analysts think XRP could hit $25 by 2025.
Whoa, $25. That's quite a jump.
It is, but we'll unpack that prediction. Plus, we'll even look at how much XRP you might need to be considered, well, like a big shot in this community.
Okay, yeah, I've seen some of those articles floating around, how much XRP to retire on, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But first, let's address the elephant in the room, Bitcoin. Because it recently took a tumble, and XRP wasn't exactly immune.
Yeah, no escaping that gravity.
Nope. Bitcoin dipped below 90 grand, and both Barrons and CoinDesk reported that XRP followed suit. Dropped about 7%, landing at $2.21. Not pretty.
Ouch. 7%.
Ugh.
Makes you wonder, though, was it all about Bitcoin dragging it down?
That's a good question, and Barron's actually pointed to a couple of other things going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, first, there was that massive hack on the Bybit platform.
Wait, the one where they lost, was it $1.5 billion?
$1.5 billion gone, just like that. And that rattled investors across the board, not just in Bitcoin.
Makes sense. I mean, that kind of news is going to spook anyone in crypto, right?
Absolutely. And then on top of that, you had the whole tech stock sell-off happening at the same time. So it was like a perfect storm hitting the markets.
Yeah, triple whammy. Not a good week for, well, pretty much any investment. But you mentioned the Bybit hack, and that's a good reminder for everyone listening, right, about security. Absolutely.
This wasn't some amateur hour operation. It was a sophisticated attack that exploited a vulnerability in their system.
Which is why, due diligence is so important. Before you put your money anywhere, look into their security measures.
Couldn't agree more. But hey, getting back to XRP, it's worth noting that it did bounce back to $2.30 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Even after a $50 million liquidation event.
Hold on, back up a sec. Can we explain what a liquidation event is? Some folks might not be familiar with that term.
Great point. So basically, when the price of a cryptocurrency drops significantly, some investors who have borrowed money to buy in, they might be forced to sell their holdings to cover their losses.
Right. It's like to avoid even bigger losses, their positions get automatically closed out. Ouch.
Exactly. And that forced selling, that's the liquidation event. And unfortunately, it can push the price down even further, like a domino effect.
A cascade, yeah. So the fact that XRP recovered after that, it does say something.
Right. Suggests some resilience there. Maybe it is a more stable force in this volatile market.
Maybe. Big question is, is this the start of a bear market or just a temporary dip? Nobody has a crystal ball, unfortunately.
True. But speaking of navigating this roller coaster, let's talk about the regulatory landscape. Because Business Insider had some big news. The SEC dropped their lawsuit against Coinbase.
Oh, wow. Really? That's pretty huge. What's the thinking behind that?
Well, some see it as a sign that maybe, just maybe, we're heading towards more crypto-friendly regulations. Like the government has finally started to take this space seriously.
Which would be, long overdue. Clear guidelines, that's all anyone wants.
Right. And get this. Business Insider even speculated that Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, could be next in line for some regulatory relief.
That's interesting. If they did get a favorable ruling, what do you think that would mean for XRP?
Well, for starters, it could bring in a flood of institutional investors.
The big players, the ones who have been sitting on the sidelines.
Exactly. They've been hesitant to jump into crypto because of all the uncertainty. But a clear regulatory framework could change everything.
Yeah, open the floodgates. And speaking of potential game changers, let's talk about that prediction we mentioned earlier. XRP hitting $25 by 2025.
Right. Ambitious for sure. TechPoint said that favorable regulations could be a big driver, but it's not the only factor.
Oh, What else are they saying?
Well, Globe Newswire had an article about XRP Turbo, this AI agent within the Ripple ecosystem. Apparently, it's been attracting some serious investors, even during this recent dip.
AI in crypto, huh? So how does that work exactly?
Well, it's basically artificial intelligence that identifies and executes profitable trading strategies. Sort of like an automated investment advisor, but way more sophisticated.
So it takes the emotion out of trading and maybe makes smarter decisions than humans sometimes. Who knows?
Yeah, and that kind of tech advancement, that could be huge for driving XRP's growth.
Okay, I get the hype, but are there any risks or downsides that people should be aware of? Gotta keep it real.
Oh, absolutely. Crypto is volatile, no matter how you slice it, and new players and technologies are popping up all the time. So yeah, competition is fierce.
Makes sense. And then there's the whole regulatory thing. We still don't know how that's going to shake out in the long run.
Right. What happens with Ripple Labs and the SEC could have a massive ripple effect. Pun intended.
Yeah, definitely.
But hey, let's not forget the human element here, because the XRP community is seriously passionate, and that counts for something.
It's true. Community sentiment can really make or break a cryptocurrency. Look at Dogecoin, right? Memes can move markets.
Exactly. And speaking of the XRP community, the Crypto Basic had this fascinating article about how much XRP you need to be considered, well, wealthy.
I saw that. They even talked about retiring comfortably on XRP.
Yep. And then Blockchain News reported on the Wall Street Bulls Group potentially getting involved with XRP. And with their history, that could be a big deal. What do you make of all this focus on the community?
Well, I think it shows a lot of faith in XRP's long-term potential. These are people who believe in the tech, believe in the vision. They're not just chasing quick profits.
They're in it for the long haul. And speaking of the long haul, we can't ignore the recent 30% decline, which Travis pointed out has some investors worried.
Understandably so. Nobody likes seeing their investments drop like that.
Right. But Travis also dug into some factors that could fuel a resurgence. And the Motley Fool emphasized that the XRP community, they're staying optimistic. So how do you balance the potential rewards with the very real risks here?
It's a tough question. I think it boils down to a few things. Staying informed, being realistic about your expectations, and only investing what you can afford to lose.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So, to sum up our XRP deep dive, we've got market volatility, regulatory shifts that could go either way, and a community that's hanging on tight through the ups and downs.
Quite a ride.
It is. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about. We talked about the potential upsides, but what are the potential downsides or challenges that XRP might face? Something to ponder. And as always, this deep dive was for informational purposes only, not financial advice.
Do your own research, folks. It's a jungle out there.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.
If this video helped, hit the like button, subscribe for more crypto content, and I'll see you in the next one.